Lormir was famous for her great rivers. It was her rivers that had helped make her rich and had kept her strong. After 3 days' travelling, when a light snow had begun to drift from the sky, Elric and Moonglum rode out of the hills and saw before them the foaming waters of the Shlan River, tributary of the Zafra Trepek, which flowed from beyond Iasaz down to the sea at Trepazaz. No ships sailed the Shlan at this point, for there were rapids and huge waterfalls every few miles, but at the old town of Stagasaz, built where the Shlan joined the Zafra Trepek, Elric planned to send Moonglum into town and buy a small boat in which they could sail up the Zafra Trepek to Iasaz, where Theleb Ka'ana was almost certain to be. They followed the banks of the Shlan now, riding hard and hoping to reach the outskirts of the town before nightfall. They rode past fishing villages and the houses of minor nobles. They were occasionally hailed by friendly fishermen who trawled the quieter reaches of the river, but they did not stop. The fishermen were typical of the area, with ruddy features and huge curling moustaches, dressed in heavily embroidered linen smocks and leather boots that reached almost to their thighs. Men who in past times had been ever ready to lay down their nets, pick up swords and halberds, and mount horses to go to the defence of their homeland. "Could we not borrow one of their boats?" Moonglum suggested. But Elric shook his head. "The fishermen of the Shlan are well known for their gossiping. The news of our presence might well precede us and warn Theleb Ka'ana." "You seem needlessly cautious." "I've lost him too often." More rapids came in sight. Great black rocks glistened in the gloom, and roaring water gushed over them, sending spray high into the air. There were no houses or villages here, and the paths beside the banks were narrow and treacherous, so that Elric and Moonglum were forced to slow their pace and make their way with caution.